said I'm fine, but I couldn't anymore. I walked roads I shouldn't have known, carried wounds I hid on my own. I trusted hands that couldn't hold, and I fell apart in the dark and cold. With my phone in my hand, I whispered, God please, no strength left to prove, just a soul on its knees. When I had nowhere left to run, God's grace was already coming for me. God saved my life when I had nothing left. God lifted me from the ruins of myself. Not because I was worthy, not because I was strong, but because God's love was there all along. God saved my life in my darkest night. God's mercy broke through every shadow inside. I don't belong to who I was before, I belong to God forevermore. I lived afraid of every fall, carried burdens I never called. I tried so hard to fix my soul, but the more I fought, the less control. In the rain of all my sin, God stepped close without condemning. No accusations, no demand, just open arms and nail-scarred hands. When I let go of my pride and fear, God's grace held me here. God saved my life when I had nothing left. God lifted me from the ruins of myself. Not because I was worthy, not because I was strong, but because God's love was there all along. God saved my life in my darkest night. God's mercy broke through every shadow inside. I don't belong to who I was before, I belong to God forevermore. God, teach me now. There were seasons I thought you were far, when prayers felt heavy and answers were hard. I watched the world keep moving on while I stayed still, trying to be strong. I questioned silence, I questioned time. I wondered if you still heard mine, but looking back through tear-filled eyes, I see your hand in every night. Even when I couldn't feel your grace, you were holding me in place. God saved my life in ways I didn't see, in quiet moments where you carried me. When I thought I was standing alone, you were closer than I'd known. God saved my life, not just from pain, but from the light. I was forgotten even in the dark. God was still yours, still held, still chosen. I belong to grace, I belong to light, I belong to God who gave me life. God saved my life, and I won't pretend that I don't need you. Again and again, every breath, every day, I live because God made a way. So here I am with open hands, not fully healed, but firmly held. The story's not what I survived. The story is God saved my life.